All right, so the coin we were covering today is Algorand, which is currently sitting at 86 cents, pretty much flat on the day, about 0.5% up, and currently ranked just inside the top 50 on coin market cap at number 43, which if you are bullish on Algorand, which I am, but obviously not financial advice, it's been a great few weeks or really months to kind of scale up on your position after it's come down from its local high of around $1.70. All-time high is like $3.20, essentially from the start of its crazy Binance launch, but they priced that a little optimistically way back when, and all the VCs got completely rugged, which is awesome. But I digress. But even though I digress, I'm going to regress and say I think we can get back to 320 and past that, but probably not for a while. But who knows? This market is shaping up to get pretty stupid. Potentially in a very good way, stupid. At least that's the scuttlebutt I've heard from a few whale contacts I have. But who knows? Nobody knows. Everybody's got sources. They hear things, and then nothing happens the way you ever think it does. But Algorand is very much set up to capitalize very much and benefit from the next big narrative wave if it plays out the way a lot of people think, and the way Avi Feldman from Block Tower thinks it will. He was on Up Only yesterday discussing his thesis on the power of narrative trends, which I'm a very big believer in. And he thinks the next big narrative play will be the layer one category and cohort, which Algorand very much sits within. We've had a narrative pump with DeFi and a weird one with NFTs, and with the explosion of Axie Infinity driving that entire category up. Which is funny since the layer one narrative pumps have not been quite as correlated as the NFT and DeFi pumps. You saw that with DeFi Summer last year and the mini DeFi pump we had here, but which arguably Algorand has a lot more in common with Solana and Ethereum and Elrond than Axie Infinity has with Decentraland or OpenSea and Flow, all very different projects. But either way, that seems to be the case, which we have to be very much aware of. And Algo lately has gotten a much better hold of that PR machine and overall strategy and sentiment that tends to position these projects better than others when these narrative pumps happen. Algorand had issues with that in the past, but with Michael Arrington now involved and very much involved from his deployment of $100 million worth of capital, that has magically gotten a lot better. Coincidence? I tend to think not, since he is a master of PR narrative or PR and the narrative from his days at TechCrunch, running TechCrunch and founding TechCrunch. But yeah, we recently had the big announcement that Genesis Capital will now be supporting Algorand and utilizing the Algo blockchain to deploy their capital within DeFi. We have the big news of Ledgermatic, the big news from Tim Draper University, Valkyrie news announcement also come out in very nice succession lately. So I think things are being positioned very much better than they were, say 6 months to a year ago around the project. But yeah, sitting at a $2.7 billion valuation or market cap, currently at number 43 within CMC. We think this is a great spot for Algorand right now. And our prediction holds that we think this is one that will get up into the top 20 at some point, and in the future we're still very bullish on it. But playing these short-term plays is something that a lot of traders and investors can do, and finding these narratives and positioning yourself well is something that we suggest and that we take advantage of here. But yeah, I think price predictions, especially lately, and with Bitcoin kind of being obviously very erratic like it usually is, you never can really tell. But I think we think getting in the top 20 is doable for Algorand in the short-term-ish, midterm-ish, which I think could get them up into the $10 billion range, kind of a 4x from here. But time will tell, and I think in the long term, we certainly think it will be there. But in the short term, it's tough to know exactly what's going to happen. But I think that's certainly doable, and one that is listed on Coinbase, and a lot of retail investors getting involved there, and seeing that magic APY I think is very something that's very, resonates well with that new category of investor. But anyway, yeah, with the wallets release coming up soon, and all the great traction that Silvio and the team have had lately, and the PR, getting a hold of that PR narrative, I think we're very well positioned. If that layer one narrative does pan out the way a lot of the big minds in the space think, and the big investors from Block Tower and others, think could happen. But anyway, that's our take on Algorand for today, Saturday. Sitting at 86 cents and some magic, internet money change there. We think this is a good price point, but obviously not financial advice. Very, very bullish on the project. And at this point, I'm just rambling. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts on Algorand, where you guys think it's going from here, your price predictions. Leave those in the comment. Let us know what you think of Silvio and the team, and what's going on with the project, and all of this money being deployed from Arrington Capital as we speak. I think that'll be very, very bullish for Algorand in the next 12 to 16 months as those projects and that money gets put to work. But anyway, that's our take on Algorand. And yeah, tune in tomorrow as we will be covering another coin, possibly Algorand, possibly something else, possibly Atom, possibly any of the other ones that we really like. But anyway, absolutely rambling at this point. I'm going to hit stop recording and let you guys get on with the rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye.